Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is theRealKaaayle here. Welcome back to the channel for another discussion video. I thought this was a very interesting discussion to have right now, because I think with the way this game has been panning out, I think, this is something that I want to hear other people's opinions on. So if you hear, droplets coming from, the video, it is raining outside. It's been raining literally all week on the East Coast. But it's still spooky season. I consider it like the first week of November is still spooky season, so it matches the tone. But anyways, guys, the discussion that we are going to have today is, tell by the title, do we need an NRS fighting game every 2 years? And the reason for this, that I'm having this discussion, is because I feel like with what's coming out, in a couple weeks, Kombat Pack 2 is coming out. And I feel like the existence of MK11, and not even just the existence of MK11, just the reveal of MK11, has kind of flipped the predictable release schedule timetable for NRS and Warner Brothers. So at this point, and who's been following these games for a while, dating back to 2011, started with MK9, you could have expected an NRS fighting game every 2 years. 2011 was MK9. 2013 was Injustice 1. 2015 was MKX. 2017 was Injustice 2. 2019 was MK11. And, it's 2020 now. So 2021, based on that time frame, we should be expecting a third Injustice. However, I think just with this game, at this point, anything is possible. So now I ask, do we need a new game every 2 years? So I'm honestly more in between on this conversation. I'm more in the middle. I'm just gonna go over like the pros and cons. So let's just talk about the side that says, yeah, I would like for an Injustice 3. To be honest, I would like for an Injustice 3. I think it's great. I think it's great that we get a game every 2 years. I think it's awesome. I think it just builds a lot of hype and excitement. It keeps things fresh. Especially with, let's say, this type of fighting game. NRS fighting games, they do attract a large casual audience, not just because of the way the games are made, just like the whole presentation aspect of the game. Some people aren't into like the online fighting, they're into just the story. Like, people love the Injustice story, they love the Mortal Kombat story, they just like playing the single player, and fighting games, there's not so much you can really do in a fighting game but just fight another person on the screen, unless you really want to get into it, get good at the game, play online, grind and all that stuff. But not everybody is willing to do that. So fighting game, like the audiences, they do drop off pretty quickly compared to other games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Minecraft, Madden and stuff like that, because fighting games, they do, at least NRS fighting games, they have a massive casual appeal. But to maintain that is very hard, right? And so, yeah, making a new game brings all those casual players back. You show off some new systems. It's just hype too. Like, I gotta say, like, the hype, the marketing for MK11 was perfect, honestly. When the game got revealed in December of last year, 2018, sorry. The game got revealed in December of last year, and then it came out in April. Those 5-6 months of just waiting for the game to drop were just hype. Just something new was coming out for the game. And, as a content creator, that time for when a game is about to come out is very exciting and is very profitable for the channel. Like, I have to be real, like, making videos on speculation, breaking down trailers, just, it just brings a lot of traffic to, content creators' channels. So, like, for us, hell yeah, it's exciting, it's great. And then, the first couple of months when a fighting game comes out, I honestly do think the first couple of months of playing a fighting game is the best, because that's when everybody is online just trying to have fun. Everybody's just trying to figure out the characters. Nobody's really understanding, like, complaining about, oh, this character's busted, this character's broken. We're just all trying to figure out the game, play the game, have fun, and it's just fresh and it's exciting. It really is. So that first like 3 months of a fighting game, that's why anybody, I highly recommend, like, if you're even were interested in a fighting game, just get it as soon as it comes out so that you can learn the game, play the game with everybody else online, and you know you'll see how much you really like it. Then if you don't like it from the jump, then you might like it in the future when it fixes things. But I think it's a good time to get in ASAP. So yeah, I think that's one of the also from business wise for Warner Brothers and NRS, their games sell. I think they're one of the highest selling fighting games. MK11 was one of the highest selling games of 2019. Just made a lot of money, beating out some pretty. They can handle some heavy hitters for a 30-year-old series. This game is still making tons of money because bringing back a lot of fans from the 90s. A lot of fans. Making a lot of new fans too. A lot of some of you guys on this channel. Some of you guys have not played the PS2 era Mortal Kombat. You guys started at MK9, and you guys realized yo, this is a great series, and you probably went back and tried to play the older games, try to educate yourself, see what you've missed. But yeah, they've been hanging on there. This game financially is if it's allowing them to make that much money, it doesn't make sense to really break that 2-year cycle at all from a business perspective. If they have the chance to be one of the highest selling games every 2 years, would you break that cycle? If you're a businessman, an analyst, a stockholder, would you want to break that cycle if it's been working? No, you wouldn't. So that's another reason why I think a lot of people would still like to see another NRS game every 2 years. However, let's look at the flip side. The flip side of this is that I really do think the 2-year cycle is a big help for the fans because we get something new every 2 years. However, I feel like a reason why our games die so fast is because simply we just know another one is coming out and we just jump ship. We're spoiled. We have ADHD. We're spoiled. We just know that, well, all right, we didn't like this one, let's just wait for the next one. It's not too far away. And that's why I feel that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people with these NRS games. So NRS games, yes, Mortal Kombat is the most popular. Injustice is pretty popular, but it's not as popular as Mortal Kombat. But Injustice has that big casual appeal because of the DC characters. But Mortal Kombat, seeing how this game, it's still kind of amazing to me that we are getting 3 more characters in MK11, right? And I think a lot of people in the community, especially pro players and content creators too, they would like to see the game hang on to its lifespan for a bit longer. Because for content creators, you can still stick on one game, you could play it, keep getting updated. It'll still bring in ad revenue and traffic to their channels and to their Twitches and whatever. But yeah, some of these games, they just have not really reached the potential that it could have because we just jump ship so fast. So when the new game is about to come out, they pretty much have to stop the support for that old game. And that's kind of what happened with Injustice 2. Injustice 2 didn't really die because of the game itself. A lot of people like to go around saying that Injustice 2 died because no one wanted to play the game anymore. Injustice 2 was hanging on for a pretty good while. I would say pretty much anytime a new character came out, it was still pretty big. A lot of people were playing online. You saw a lot of people playing different characters. Injustice 2's balance was really good by the end of its lifespan. But why did the game die? Well, after TMNT came out, they shifted all focus to MK11. And remember, TMNT came out in February of 2018. Then they revealed the MK11 trailer in December of 2018. So it was around the same year. So between that time frame, NRS was working on the next game already. So no more patches, no more skins, no more characters. All that focus shifted onto the next game. And that's how these games end up dying. And you still see people going around saying that MK11 is dead, MK11 is done. And you know what? The game is supposed to be dead based on the time frame. It's supposed to actually be dead. Around this time, we should know. Usually we know what's the next game coming out, or they're getting ready to announce the next game based on the MK11 reveal time. So yeah, the game is supposed to be dead, but what they flipped the script on us. They gave us Aftermath. Aftermath was a big script change for us. Honestly, it really was a big new thing for us. We did not expect that. New story content on top of new characters, new stages as well. Amazing content. And it came out around the time when the game's usually like, okay, it's done, like around May. This is around that time, that E3 time frame, when sometimes the new NRS game is announced. That's usually like when the new NRS game gets announced. And then now we even got another big change. Next couple of weeks, November 17th, we're getting Kombat Pack 2. Around this time, we should be gearing up for the next game, and it seems like this game is gonna hang on for a lot longer. And you know, even the characters that we're getting in that pack, the fact that we're getting Rain, Ed Boon has said the repeat DLC is less likely. We're still getting Rain in MK11, which is great. We're gonna have, by the time Kombat Pack 2 comes out, we're going to have 12 characters, DLC characters in MK11. And you guys probably know way more about this than me. Word on the street is there's gonna be a Kombat Pack 3 for MK11. We're still gonna get more characters apparently. There's, according to data mines and stuff like that. You know, I haven't really read into it that much. I really don't like leaks and care too much about that stuff. Sometimes it's really unavoidable, but word on the street is that we're supposed to get even more characters for this game. Lord knows when that's coming, but that means that MK11 is going to be a very long-lasting game, though. And Ed Boon seems like he's sticking to his word. This is going to be the longest-lasting game for them. And honestly, that's exciting. That's really, really exciting. But, you know, I can't help but feel like, you know, there are some people that don't like MK11 at all. And, like, no matter what character or what changes comes to the game, they just don't like the game. And they're just like, all right, I'm a little bit annoyed that this game's lifespan is being elongated because I just want to play the next game. MK11 wasn't for me. And, you know, that's it. Some people are, you know, stubborn in their ways. They didn't like MK11 at all. I do see that a lot. This game was very divisive for the community. There's some people who love this game. There's some people who absolutely hate this game. There's some people who are more in the middle, and they're open to see some changes. But I think, you know, there's going to be some people that's going to be hard to convince to come back, even if they bring back some of their favorite characters. They just don't like the way the game plays. So, honestly, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. I personally, I know it's kind of whack. I'm more in the middle. I definitely do agree that, you know, I'm excited for MK11. I like this game a lot. I'm happy that I do like the game. I totally feel for people who don't like the game because now they have to hang on to the game even longer and wait for like a sequel or a game to come out. But I do want to see these games reach their potential, and I feel like that's part of the reason why, you know, the NRS community is so spoiled, because we just, you know, we get so much. They honestly do a lot for us, right? And we don't really appreciate what we're getting a lot half the time. Like, we get a game every 2 years. We get all this crazy content. We have the best netcode. Like, we get so much, but we don't really expect it. So I think, you know, honestly, we gotta let our games age like fine wine. Honestly, let MK11 run its course. If they want to keep it up, they gotta bring the support. However, the thing is, if we are getting more content for MK11, that long whole period of nothingness, there needs to just be better communication going forward. That long whole period around the summer when we knew we were getting more content, but there was like nothing coming out. There was no news, patches. There was just so many of the same issues that we're dealing with since launch, or we're dealing with right now. I think that needs to be changed. I think NRS, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, because, you know, this is their first time ever supporting a game like this. Who's to say they aren't working on another game? Who's to say they aren't working on MK11 and Injustice 3 right now? Honestly, I think that could be what they're doing right now. They could be working on both games simultaneously, but the chances of that do seem kind of slim. But, you know, it is more likely that they are working on one game at a time. But if it's revealed that they're working on both games, then I think we need to give them a little bit more appreciation and respect, because they're giving us more characters. They're giving us all this stuff. They're really trying their best with this game. And I mean, their best can be better. Won't lie. Their best definitely can be better. But if we are still going to get Injustice 3 in 2021, big shout outs to those devs. Hardworking devs. They really try their best to please their fans and give us what they want. So let me hear what you guys have to say. Do you think we need an NRS title every 2 years? Do you think we need it? Do you want to see MK11 really get that year 2 and become the game that it truly can be? Do you want to see this type of lifespan for every NRS game? Do you want them to just stick to the scheduled status quid pro quo? So let me know. Sound off in the comment section. Stay real, y'all. I want to see what you guys have to say about this one. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Stay real. Stay safe. Peace. Kombat Pack 2, November 17th.